Welcome to the Seattle Bird Podcast. I'm your host, Leo. This episode, our bird spotlight is on the Cedar Waxwing. Here's how All About Birds describes cedar waxwings. Cedar waxwings are pale brown on the head and chest, fading to soft gray on the wings. The belly is pale yellow, and the tail is gray, with a bright yellow tip. The face has a narrow black mask, neatly outlined in white. The red waxy tips to the wing feathers are not always easy to see. According to the American Bird Conservancy, quote, "The cedar waxwing's genus name, Bombacilla, means silk-tail and refers to its dapper-looking plumage. The species name, Cedorum, is Latin for of the cedars, and refers to its fondness for the small cones of the eastern red cedar. There are 3 waxwings in the world: Japanese waxwings in Asia, cedar waxwings in North America, and Bohemian waxwings all over the northern hemisphere. Cedar waxwings have a yellow tip at the end of their tail. This is because of the carotenoid compounds in the berries they eat. There's an invasive species of berry, called the Japanese honeysuckle, that causes cedar waxwings to get orange tail tips instead of yellow tail tips. Japanese waxwings have red tail tips. Wikipedia tells us that the name waxwing comes from the resemblance of the red tip on some wing feathers to sealing wax, the red wax used to seal envelopes in olden times. Waxwings are very striking birds, with a stylish black and white stripe near their eye, crest, and colorful wingtips. You can see cedar waxwings quite commonly in Seattle. Cedar waxwings are frugivores, meaning animals that primarily eat fruit. They have built quite a life around eating fruit. Their bills are shaped to make it easy for them to swallow berries whole. According to the Cosley Zoo, they have large livers, which help them process sugar in the fruit. They nest later than many other birds, so that their young will be born in late summer, when fruit is abundant. All About Birds describes an interesting courtship ritual. Quote, "Males often pass a small item like fruit, insect, or flower petal to the female. After taking the fruit, the female usually hops away and then returns giving the item back to the male. They repeat this a few times until, typically, the female eats the gift." End quote. Cedar waxwings hang out in flocks, which helps them find food sources and stay safe from predators. According to National Audubon Society, flocks have been observed forming lines in order to pass berries all the way down the line so that every cedar waxwing gets some berries. The bird calls were recorded by Sally F. Hoyt, Matthew D. Medler, and Will Hirschberger, and were available courtesy of the Macaulay Library at the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. Our sources for this episode are All About Birds, Wikipedia, American Bird Conservancy, Audubon Society, Cosley Zoo, and What It's Like to Be a Bird by David Sibley. The theme song is by Felix. The script was written by me and Brian. I'm your host, Leo. Until next time.